How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. As always, it's the night before the game and we all know what that means. It's time for your match preview ahead of Leeds United against Middlesbrough at Elland Road tomorrow afternoon. Just before we get into the video, as always, make sure you're smashing that like button. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell so you're always aware of when I'm uploading, and of course, get all your thoughts and opinions on today's video in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, go and check out the TikTok channel. We are active on TikTok at the minute. 2 to 3 TikToks a day at the minute, posting all the time. So if you haven't already, what are you doing? Go and check out the TikTok channel as well. Much appreciated. So then, Middlesbrough. Look, I think this game will be a very tough test. Middlesbrough started off the season quite poorly. I think they didn't win a game in their first sort of 7 or 8. But Michael Carrick's really turned things around up at the Riverside. You know, they've gone on a really good streak. And, you know, their last game, they beat Preston 4-0 at home. And Preston have themselves started off the season quite well as well. I think they're in action as we speak against QPR, I believe, tonight. But that result doesn't affect us, so I'm not too bothered about it. But yeah, look, as I say, tough test incoming, I think, you know, due to the reasons I've just said there. I think Middlesbrough are on a good bit of form. Michael Carrick has got them playing well again. As we all know, Sam Greenwood is on loan there at the minute, but he is ineligible to play tomorrow, which in a way is good because he has actually been doing really well up there. You know, he's been scoring goals, he's been assisting. Who can forget that good free kick that he scored to beat Leicester City before the international break? So yeah, look, as tests go, this is up there. I believe it will be a very, very tight game tomorrow afternoon. However, I do think we'll win the game. I think we'll just have too much going forward, and I've said that in a few uploads recently, but it's true. I think the attacking firepower that we've got with Dan James, Perot, Somerville and Rutter, and then if you look at players we can bring on like Anthony and Willie Nonto, you know, there is talent there, and arguably the best players in the league play for Leeds United. I think in midfield it'll be an interesting battle as well. You've got Ethan Ampadu and Glenn Kamara for us. And then we've got a familiar face in the Middlesbrough ranks as well by the name of Johnny Howson, Leeds United lad, former Leeds United captain. So I'm sure he'll get a good reception. When he left, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't left on bad terms. I think he went to Norwich from us to go play in the Premier League, which, you know, you couldn't have begrudged him of at the time. Leeds were going nowhere at the time that Howson left, so I think he will get a good reception. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that midfield battle goes. But yeah, look, as I'm probably going to say in a lot of uploads at the minute, you know, this is another must-win game for Leeds United. You know, if we drop points, the other teams in and around us will be ready to pounce. You know, the likes of Southampton, West Brom, Hull City, lurking behind us. And then obviously we need to keep the pressure on Ipswich as well. You know, Ipswich are at home to Coventry tomorrow. So I must admit, I would say that is an Ipswich win if I'm being realistic. But, you know, as long as we keep doing what we need to do, just plugging away quietly in the background, you know, we will be ready to pounce. I do believe Ipswich will fall off, especially over the Christmas period. You know, they've got some tough games. They've got us on the 23rd, Leicester on Boxing Day. Again, I've said that a lot, but that is where I think we will catch Ipswich 100%, because whether it's against us or Leicester, they will drop points. They will drop points over that period. You know, they've got some tough fixtures incoming. So hopefully this is the month that Leeds United can either leapfrog them or get ever closer to that top 2. I do think Leicester will win the league, so I'm not concerned about them really. It's Ipswich that we need to keep our eyes on. And obviously the teams in and around us as well. I think, not sure who Southampton have got, if I'm honest, but like I said, if we drop points, they'll be ready to pounce. And if we find ourselves, you know, 4th, 5th after this weekend, then it's just another step backwards, isn't it? And it'll be even harder to get back on track. You know, Leeds' form at Elland Road is very good this season. We've not lost at home, and we've won our last 6 home games in a row. So that gives me confidence that it will be a 7th tomorrow. I do think we'll win the game. I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory. I do think we'll concede again, even though a clean sheet would be very nice, as we've conceded in our last few games now. But I do think we'll concede tomorrow. I think Middlesbrough are a good footballing side. Michael Carrick's, done a very good job up there since he's taken over. The first few games of the season weren't really, how do I say it? It wasn't the real Middlesbrough. They had to deal with a lot of outgoings in the summer. Their squad was kind of taking shape in a similar way to how ours were. But, it'll be interesting to see what Daniel Farke does with the team as well. Obviously, we heard in the press conference today that Joe Gellart and Junior Firpo are out of this game. Firpo injured again. I mean, if we don't sort the left-back situation out in January, then I don't know if we ever will. But yeah, that's a topic for another video. But yeah, Firpo and Joe Gellart are out for this one. Are we going to see Jed Spence come back into the team? Maybe. He didn't feature the other night. He's only coming back from injury. Is it too much to ask of him to come straight into a game like this? Maybe. Do I think we'll see him tomorrow, even if it's off the bench? Yes, I do. And I do think Luke Ayling will be dropped from the squad once again. And look, I did a TikTok on this earlier, which, as I said at the beginning, if you haven't checked the TikTok channel out, go and check it out. We're active on there all the time. And I was saying, about Luke Ayling, he's been an unbelievable servant to the club. But I do feel like his time at Leeds is coming to an end, which it should be. But Farke will be respectful about it. And I think if this is his last season, he'll be utmost respectful towards Luke Ayling, which, is amazing. So, yeah, look, I think Archie Gray will probably start again at right back. I thought it was immense the other night. We've really got a wonder kid on our hands. Just take it all in while you can, because even if we get promoted, we're not going to have this kid forever. I can just see it now, so enjoy him while you can. So yeah, it'll probably be Illan Meslier, Gray, Joe Rodon, Pascal Struijk and Sam Byram, Ampadu and Kamara, James, Perot, Somerville and Rutter. I imagine it'll be unchanged. But I would like to see Jed Spence. I've been, the only appearance that he's made for Leeds United was against Sheff Wednesday off the bench. I was on holiday for that home game, so I was unable to attend. So I want to see Jed Spence in the flesh, doing bits down that right-hand side for Leeds United. But then it begs the question, who do you drop? Archie Gray's doing well. Byram's doing well at left-back. You can't drop Ampadu or Kamara to keep Gray in the team because they're doing good. So it's a good headache for Daniel Farke to have. But I think a player of Jed Spence's quality, and he's proven in this league as well, it would be a waste to have him sitting on the bench. So he has to find a way to get him in the team for me. But yeah, like I said, guys, big game this one. It will be a tough one. I can see it being a tense encounter. But I do think Leeds will just have enough to get this one over the line and maintain our 100% record at home. No defeats at home. And I do think that will continue. 2-1. And I'm going to go with Somerville and Perot to score in this game. Somerville and Perot. And a 2-1 victory for the Whites. Hit me up in the comment section, guys, with all your thoughts and opinions on tomorrow's game, your score predictions, your goal scorers, and how you're feeling going into the game. Make sure you're smashing a like on the way out as well. It really does help the video get out there to more people. Please subscribe if you are brand new as well. And of course, hit the notification bell. And I will be back on the channel tomorrow with my match review. So make sure that you tune into that. And the TikTok and all my socials are in the description down below. So I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.